Birds. They're so prolific in our environment, we might sometimes take them for granted. But where do we take them when they're hurt? This is the place, a sanctuary for sick, injured, and orphaned birds. From abandoned babies to a broken wing or leg, it's the 911 for wild things with wings. St. Francis Wildlife Sanctuary in southern Archuleta County is the only facility of its kind serving southwest Colorado. For recovering waterfowl, it has a lush wetland that is fed from a lovely lake. For all its patients, nestled amidst a forest of juniper and pinyon pines, an enormous aviary. It encompasses 3 flyways and large recuperation coops which open to the flyways when the birds are ready to take flight once again. This all has come to pass in just the past 6 years, thanks to the efforts of Pat and Raleigh Jackson. But why?
Because I was asked at one point in time by a Division of Wildlife officer if I wanted to do wildlife rehabilitation, and I said, "What's that?" And he told me, and this is great. I love it. It's absolutely fantastic. Besides, I was working for Raleigh, and you know how that goes with husbands and wives working together. So I was fired, and then I did this.
You better have a sense of humor. If you ever change the paper in the bottom of a bird cage, imagine keeping this place hospital clean. But caring for all the different species with their different illnesses or injuries is the truly demanding part. And they're not always appreciative patients. When the birds need to see a doctor, it's a 2-hour drive round trip from the sanctuary, and Pat's is a familiar face at Tom Yost's office in Pagosa.
Well, hi, Pat. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good.
On this occasion, a young magpie is getting a clean bill of health, having recovered from a broken leg. That means it and its 2 young siblings, found in the Pagosa neighborhood, can be released. To that end, it's back to the neighborhood and the family who found them and called St. Francis to rescue them.
Pat always involves the people that found the bird and make sure they see the release as well.
They get to be part of it. Since they were concerned enough to bring the animal to help in the first place, it's only right that they be part of its release and see it get back into the wild where it's supposed to be.
Oh, hello.
And how do folks feel about freeing the birds they once found?
And there he goes.
Oh, I'm so glad.
But he's free.
Oh, I'm so glad. That's great. That's wonderful.
What better feeling could there be? And as for the mission of St. Francis Wildlife Sanctuary, Dr. Yost seemed to sum it up pretty well.
Just because nature is cruel, and it does have a cruel factor to it, doesn't necessarily mean it has to win. And things that happen to animals don't necessarily have to end up with their loss of life.